So here I am outside Pacific Central Station in Vancouver. We've just been inside and got our bags booked in. One bag was overweight, so we had to pay an extra $40 for that, but that was easier than messing about getting boxes to put stuff in to reduce the weight. So we've just got to wait now till 1 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock we can check in, and then we get access to the lounge, and then we wait in the lounge. Then departure time is set for 3 o'clock. So this is the train that we're going to be catching here from Vancouver Pacific Central Station through to Toronto. Canadian train number 2, going via Kamloops, Jasper, Edmonton, Saskatoon, Winnipeg and Toronto. So it should be quite a trip. Rose is in the departure lounge, and hopefully we will be getting sorted out. Scheduled departure time is at 3 o'clock.
All right, come on out.
Okay, thank you.
Stay on number 5.
Yeah.
Every car has a number. So
Thank you.
just walk in by number. So you're- so number 5.
So we're just walking down the platform now, along the side of the train, and we're in car 210. Just walking past one of the glass-topped carriages. That was 239, and there's two. Blimey. I think we've got a way to go yet. We have to get to 210. Yes, I think so. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, I think it's quite nice to walk personally. No. This is another one of the dome-top carriages. (110). So 210 hours, Rose.
Hello.
211 or 210?
And look for bedroom A. Hello.
210.
210.
Number 4. You're gonna go up and go to your right. You good? Yes, left hand side, please. You want me to carry that for you? Oh no, I'm alright. Hello.
210.
210, yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna be with me.
Yeah.
What's your accommodation?
B.
B.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me this.
No, we'll lift it. We're gonna. Yeah, we'll manage it.
Yeah, if you are in car 210, please come with me. 11.
Welcome, thank you. So we're just making our way through, and we're in cabin B. Here's Rose in our cabin, 210B. So we're just gotta get ourselves in and get ourselves sorted out. My bag is a little bit of a nuisance. Woo! Right, that's brilliant. Okay, it's a small cabin, but we have our own cabin, which is very nice. This is the loo, plenty big enough, really nice to have our own and not have to go and find a loo in the middle of the night, shall we say. So that's great stuff. Towels and everything here, and then up on the top another coat hangers there and there. Look, Rose. So
it says evening setup and room care. For evening setup, please see your sleeping car attendant
yeah,
to determine an appropriate time to lower your bed and prepare your sleeping accommodation. The attendant will return to make them up in the morning. For the comfort and safety of all guests, berth section beds will be put away by 10 AM. For daytime use of these shared spaces. As part of Rail's ongoing environmental complement, we offer our guests the opportunity to either reuse or replace their towels daily. Please indicate your preference to your sleeping car attendant. I don't want it daily. What a waste.
Pour les passagers qui voyagent en voiture libre, un membre du personnel viendra bientôt vous expliquer les caractéristiques d'urgence. Dans l'éventualité d'évacuation, le personnel va faire ce processus. Pour votre sécurité, il n'est pas permis de demeurer dans les vestibules entre les voitures pendant le voyage. De plus, vous devez porter des chaussures lors de votre déplacement à bord du train. Soyez avisés qu'il est strictement interdit de fumer du tabac, des cigarettes électroniques ou de cannabis à bord du train. Les membres de l'équipage vous informeront des arrêts et des documents tout au long du trajet. N'hésitez pas à poser des questions à votre sécurité et n'importe quel membre de l'équipage. Il est présentement 15 heures heure Pacifique.
The engineer must have gotten off to pick mushrooms.
yes, yeah.
And hoping I don't get dropped off in the middle of the night.
Especially now that we're so late.
Precisely.
Do you have family there?
I've got a sister in Calgary. I'm going through Christmas.
So I've just come back into our cabin, and the lady has been and put our beds out. It's just quite amazing, really. Here we are, two, you know, small beds, but lovely, lovely. And little things like there's two little chocolates there on the pillow, and the lights are on, you know, down below. Absolutely superb. Little ladder to get you up onto the top bunk, you know, just absolutely superb. I just can't, well, I'm a little bit lost for words really. Anyway, I'm going to make use of the loo while I'm here, and I won't take the camera in the loo, you know, I'll save you that embarrassment. But absolutely superb. And to be honest, you wouldn't actually realise we're moving. It's absolutely brilliant, absolutely superb. We've just had the most fantastic dinner, our first dinner on the train, and we're going to be going for breakfast in the morning about 8 o'clock, and just enjoy the day. And okay, we had that delayed start, but you know, this whole thing has just made up for it. Absolutely brilliant. Your footing.
Oh, thank you.
Are you okay? Yeah, watch your footing, because the snow's coming in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's slippery, yeah.
Yeah. You won't really be able to see this, but I'm on the join between two carriages, and it's sort of filling up with snow, which is quite interesting, and it's a hell of a lot colder. See it coming in. There's snow there on the wall. It's all right. This is what it's yeah. An arch. An art shot. Yeah, well, yeah, just something a bit different. Actually, with the snow blowing and everything, it's just stunning.
on training, please identify yourself to your crew member. Your check may be, baggage may be placed just outside the station, roughly 15 minutes after arrival.
So we're passing a mixed freight train. There was one engine that was part way, so we've been running for nearly, well, the video's been running for 1 minute and 3 seconds. There was about 20 seconds of before we started the video.
All of that is timber.
That's 2 minutes and we haven't got to the end of the train yet. And there we are, we just passed the engine. It was about 3 minutes it took for us to pass that train.
Beautiful downtown Jasper. Maybe you'll see some elk.
We did actually. There were a bunch of them sleeping back
they
there.
wander all over town.
Oh yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah, and then further on, when we leave Jasper, maybe there'll be some mountain goats.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Sometimes they hang out by the tracks.
Oh, keep an eye out for them. Thanks. That'd be cool. I know, it's trying.
Yeah, just very, very gently. It's the funniest experience when this.
Yeah, like to move
Yeah.
When you've got two and one goes in one direction and the other one stays still, and you think, are we
Think
moving?
you're moving, yeah. Looks cool down there.
That's a switch on.
Okay. Wow.
Two-story high.
That's really nice, actually. surrounded by beautiful mountains.
Snow here, I think.
That's cool.
You guys will be stepping off the train in Jasper, get some fresh air? Or?
I don't know, I'm looking at all the coats those guys are wearing.
Yeah, it's
I think it's
probably
pretty
a bit
cool.
cold.
When is the second sitting for lunch?
It'll be probably leaving Jasper.
Leaving Jasper.
Okay. As soon as we leave Jasper.
Oh, then we might pop off in 30 minutes.
Yeah. The thing is, if you choose to step off the train, they're gonna have the doors open for a little while, maybe 15 minutes, and then after they have to service the train, so they close the platform. So if you choose to leave the train, bring all your warm coats and toques, and then you have to reboard through the station. You have to wait for reboarding time.
Can we not
You
just step
can't
off
just-
and then...
What it is. On the same kind of thing. You see the back of his shirt? Yes. Where he goes, I was going to get near my watches to make up for the car. Yeah. I'll let the, you know what?
Yeah. He might not.
I'll take them off the other
Christmas party with the kids? Okay. And what time are you going to be back from the Christmas party?
Because you've been here for hours, have you?
I haven't, no, about an hour probably.
Have you?
Yeah, I've just been watching the sun come up and I just...
Oh, was it beautiful?
Yeah, it's just been coming up and I've been able to shoot some video, you know. I rushed down and got my camera and realised what was happening.
Last night, the moon was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And the stars, it was so clear, it was so
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
Are you going to go and have a view around it?
No, I'm not.
Are you still in front here or something?
Canadian was created in 1977 when Canadian National and Canadian Pacific, the two national railroads, did not want to continue passenger service. So Via Rail was created with the amalgamation of the passenger service for both Canadian National and Canadian Pacific. Today's Canadian is basically the same as it was back in '77. It's passenger service between Toronto and Vancouver with a whole bunch of stops in between. And it provides sleeper class, which is very unique in the world because it takes about 4 days, 3 nights, 4 nights to go from Vancouver to Toronto or Toronto to Vancouver. Right now the train service is twice a week. It used to be 3 times a week, but because of declining volumes, they've shrunk it back to twice a week, about 20 years ago. Northern Ontario is particularly unique in this service because the First Nations people rely on the Canadians for traveling across the north. They have trap lines, they have hunting areas, so they can hop on, hop off wherever they want, as long as they let the train know ahead of time where they want to be picked off. And they will usually specify at a certain mile, because the whole line is divided into miles. And it says, I want to pick me up at mile 108.3. So the train will stop, pick people up, and drop them off where they want to go. Sometimes it's in the middle of the bush, sometimes it's at a community. If you're in a sleeper class, you really have to pay attention as to where the train stops to observe this in action. We've only seen it a few times in our 10 years of riding the Canadian. So when you read the schedule, you see so many stops. And that's because of that. They will stop at all these communities if necessary, because those people rely on this service for their transportation. If you look at the map, there's not that many roads up here because the population doesn't warrant their construction very much. Plus, it's all mining, a lot of mining in this area.
Right.
When the first North American Free Trade Agreement was put in place between Canada and the United States way back in the 80s, the Canadian railroads were the first one to act, and they bought up a lot of US rail. So CN, if you look at the CN rails, you'll see some Illinois cars, you see some Wisconsin cars, you see some Santa Fe cars. All these cars now are all mixed up because CN goes north-south, where Illinois Central used to be. And Canadian Pacific tried to buy one, I think Santa Fe Railroad just recently, and the US disallowed it because it was too concentrated a rail service. But if you look at the Canadian National system, it's across Canada, down to the States. Central Vermont is part of CN.
Oh, is it?
Yes, that was one of the very first railroads they purchased. And you'll see, because you see the CN logo goes like this, and the Central Vermont logo goes like this. They're very similar. And when they first were amalgamated, we said, oh, they must have made the mistakes. But no, Central Vermont cars now come up here, and CN cars go down there.
I didn't know that.
Oil has been moving on the rails since, about 3-4 years ago. And all of these rail cars go right down to Texas, to those refineries, because they didn't have the pipelines, all the controversies about the pipelines. So you'll see a lot of oil tankers going back and forth, but those are going to Sarnia refinery. But a lot of them are going straight south to Texas, where they refine Alberta oil. So the railroads were the first companies to really harmonize the whole continent after the first free trade agreement.
is called Long Lac, and Long Lac is home to about 1,500 people. Forestry has been a major industry here since 1937. Pulpwood used to be floated across the lakes down the rivers south of Lake Superior. Visitors come here for the many outfitters, wilderness camps, lodges. It's an area populated by moose, elk, wolf, black bear. Welcome to Long Lac, Ontario.
Morning. How are you?
Well, I'm just fine, thank you. How
Good.
are you?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Obviously they've got trams here because there's a tram station. Gooderham and Worts Limited, distillers of fine whiskies since 1832. And that's it there, I would say.
That's it.
That's the end of 4,400 kilometres on the Canadian.
Yeah.